Hi warriors, welcome back to my channel, and today I have for you an ass and abs recovery flow. This is awesome to do on its own, but I designed it to pair with the ass and abs bar Pilates series and then the accompanying yoga that goes along with it. For this flow, you'll potentially need 1 to 2 blocks, and I have a blanket to sit my hips up for later in the practice. So we're going to start standing for this practice at the back of your mat, feet parallel, hip distance apart, soft bend into your knees. We don't want to lock out our knees here. No passing out. Not doing it. All right. Reach the crown of your head up, tuck your chin slightly. Bring your shoulders together and drop them down towards your heels. Check in on your pelvis. If you notice that you've got this anterior pelvic tilt happening here, or in English, you've got your tailbone sticking out or your butt sticking out, use your abs, pull your pelvis underneath your shoulders so you're stacking everything, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. Hands down by your side, soften your gaze or close your eyes altogether. And begin to deepen your breath very slowly, evenly, and completely. In and out through your nose. Taking note of the qualities of your breath, the temperature of the air, the depth of your breath, and where your breath travels or doesn't travel within your body. And as you begin to connect your mind and your body through your breath, briefly scan your body through your mind's eye, taking note of any body parts you may need to honor today, acknowledging that you are the guardian of your body and your practice, and are free to modify or opt out of any pose you see fit today. Take 2 more breaths here. And on your second exhale, slightly bend into your knees. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. You can keep your eyes closed if you like, or open them up, your choice. Exhale your hands down by your side, bend into your knees. Take 2 more big breaths here. Reach up, inhale. Exhale your hands down. Last time, inhale, reach up. This time palms touch. Squeeze your glutes and send your hips to the left, fingertips to the right, and gaze can stay straight in front or look up underneath your left bicep. Big deep breath through your left hip, left rib cage. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale your hips to the right, fingertips to the left. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale, squeeze your glutes again. Send your hips forward, fingertips back behind you, but make it really small. We just started. Your back is not quite there yet. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, bend your knees. Hinge forward at the hips, dive down, forward fold. Big bend in your knees. Again, you're still warming up your spine. Big bend. All right, we're gonna take our feet a little wider than hip distance apart and bend your knees enough so where you can take your hand down in front of your face on your mat. On your next inhale, I want you to open up, sweep your right arm up and open to the right side, and let your legs do what legs do, right? One knee's gonna straighten a little bit, one knee's gonna bend more. That's fine, let them do it. Exhale, take your right hand back down to the mat. Inhale, left side, sweep your left arm up and let your legs do leg things. Big inhale. Exhale, left hand comes back down. 2 more times each side, reach your right arm up. Exhale, take it down. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale, take it down. 1 more time each side. Inhale right. Exhale down. Inhale left. Exhale down. Walk your feet back underneath your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, pull your belly in, lift your chest. Feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings. And on your exhale, tuck your chin. Forward fold, look back in between your knees. And on your next inhale, walk yourself out to your version of high plank. That could be a knee plank, that could be high plank, or you could have a tabletop position. If you have had any sort of rotator cuff situation, surgery, injury, you would probably be more comfortable in a tabletop position. You can still work your core here. You have to pull your belly in, really connect your mind to your muscle. You should do that in any position, but when it's easier, that's when you have to try harder. You know what I mean? Bring your inner thighs in, squeeze your glutes, and reach the backs of your knees up towards the ceiling, and really press down into the palms of your hands to rise up out of your shoulders. Don't hold your breath here. Take big, deep breaths. Take a big inhale. And on your exhale, send your hips high, downward facing dog. Let's go through our checklist. Rotate your biceps away from your face, or externally rotate them so your shoulders drop down towards your waist. Lift your tailbone any amount you can up toward the back of your head or front of your mat. And now drop your heels down one at a time. Nice and slow, opening up the backs of the legs. On your next inhale, rise up onto your tippy toes, and exhale, drive both heels down. Enjoy one last moment of stillness before we get moving. On your next exhale, shift your weight into your left foot and pick up your right foot, bending your right knee, stacking knee over hip, reaching your right toes for your left shoulder. Opening up our hips. Take big circles with your knee, nice and slow, same direction. Articulating through the hip joint, make it big. As much as you can move through your hip joint, do that. And then reverse your circles. And on your next inhale, stack your knee over your hip one more time. And exhale, take your right knee to your right wrist for pigeon, but keep those left toes tucked. We're not going to be here for long. Lift through your chest. Drop your shoulders. Big inhale. Exhale, plant your palms and step your right foot back to meet your left. Downward facing dog. Exhale your weight into your right foot and inhale your left knee over your hip. Left toes reach for your right shoulder. Big deep breaths here. Begin making big slow circles with your knee. Really articulating through your left hip joint. Reverse your circles. Same thing, take your left knee high. Exhale your left knee to your left wrist. Keep your right toes tucked. Lift your chest, half pigeon? Sure. Why not? Exhale, plant your palms. Inhale, step back, downward facing dog. Exhale your weight into your left foot. Inhale your right heel high, toes point down, three-legged downward facing dog. And exhale, take your right foot to the outside of your right hand for a lizard lunge, or sort of like a wide-legged lunge. Press your hips down. Shift your weight into your left hand, and on your inhale, reach your right arm up. Big inhale. And exhale, take your right hand back down to the mat. Step your right foot back to meet your left, downward facing dog. Shift your weight into your right foot. Inhale your left heel high, toes point down. And exhale, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand, lizard lunge. Exhale your weight into your right hand. Inhale your left arm up. Big inhale. And exhale, take your left hand down to meet your right. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Downward facing dog. Exhale your weight into your left foot. Inhale your right heel high, toes point down. And exhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Lizard lunge. Inhale your right arm up. And now we're gonna add on. Shift your weight to the outside or the outer arch of your back foot or your left foot. Swivel or rotate your hips to the right side of your mat. And see if you can drop your hip a little further down to the mat while you reach your hand behind. You might come up on the side of your right foot. You'll see it when I come around to the other side. Really press down through your left heel of your hand to rise up out of your shoulder. Big inhale. Exhale, sweep your right hand down to the mat. Step your right foot back to meet your left, downward facing dog. Exhale your weight into your right foot. Inhale your left heel high, toes point down. And exhale, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Lizard lunge and inhale your left arm up. Big inhale. And on your exhale, pivot your hips to the left side of your mat. Come onto the outer arch of your right foot this time. And maybe you spiral up onto the heel of your left foot and reach your left hand back behind you. Press down through your right palm. Drop your hips. Big inhale. Exhale, sweep your left hand up and over. Step your right foot back to meet, left foot back to meet your right, downward facing dog. Exhale your weight into your left foot. Inhale your right heel high, toes point down. And exhale your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, pivot your hips to the right side, swivel onto the outer arches of the feet and drop your hips down. Big inhale. Sweep your right arm up and over to the top of your mat. And this time on your exhale, step your left foot up to meet your right, as wide as your mat or wider. And you might need a block for this part. We're heading into Malasana, or a yoga squat. And there's a lot of instructions, and it's a lot. Hang tight. Bear with me. Okay. Grab a block or two. Put it down at the center of your mat. Heels are right on the edges of the mat, or they're just right off. Toes are pointing out. And I want you to set your hips down, send them down, but I want your heels in contact with the mat. So if you can come down here, and that's as far as you go with your heels on the mat, that's perfect. That's exactly where you need to be today. If you can come down a little farther and keep your heels in contact, whoa, find your block. Set it underneath your hips. That way you can really focus on taking your elbows to the inner knees and pulling, I guess that would be a push, pushing your knees back behind you, sitting up nice and tall in your hips. Another option, if you want to take your hips lower, but those heels they just won't stay, you can grab a blanket and put it underneath your heel, like so. That way you have the support underneath your heels as well. So, lots of choices here. Find your best Malasana or yogi squat. Lifting through your chest, dropping your shoulders, big inhale. And on your exhale, plant your palms. Inhale your hips high, move your block, and step your feet back into a downward facing dog. Exhale your weight into your right foot. Inhale your left heel high, toes point down. And exhale, step your left foot out to the outside of your left hand. Inhale your left arm up. And exhale, pivot your hips to the left. Send your hips down. Left hand reaches behind you. Inhale, sweep your left arm up and over. And now step your right foot up to meet your left for another yogi squat. Send your hips down. Find your block, find your blanket, find what you need on this side, and notice that you might have more room this time. You're like, oh, hey, maybe I can take my block a little lower. Maybe I don't need a block at all. I don't know. Press your elbows in to your inner knees, lifting through your chest. On your exhale, either lean into your right elbow on your right knee or plant your right palm on the mat. Inhale your left arm up. The tendency when you do this is the knees want to come with you, but you're going to take your right elbow and make sure that doesn't happen. You're going to make that knee stay, and then in the act of making the one knee stay, they both stay. Big inhale, big reach. Exhale, come back down. Left hand down to the mat this time. Inhale your right arm up. Same thing. Make your left elbow stop your knee from going, from crashing in. Big inhale. And exhale. Take your right hand back down to the mat. Inhale your hips high. Move your block out of the way, and on your exhale, step back into a high plank this time. Or knee plank, your choice. Pull your bellies up and in. Squeeze your glutes. Drop your shoulders down towards your waist. Inhale, rock forward on the toes. Exhale, bend your elbows lower all the way down onto your belly and untuck your toes. Squeeze your glutes. Inhale, lift your chest. Cobra pose. Relaxing your shoulders. And exhale, lower all the way down. But this time we're going to come to our forearms. Elbows underneath our shoulders. So we've got like a sphinx situation happening up here. And on your exhale, I want you to creep your right knee up towards your right elbow. And think about taking your right hip down to touch the mat. So really flattening or evening out your hips. Big deep breath here. On your next inhale, see if you can pick your right foot off the mat slightly. Ooh, working that internal rotation. Exhale, set it down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Yeah, our hips don't do this much. We have to kind of make it do this, right? And exhale, lower all the way down. Take your right foot back to meet your left. And now reach your left knee up to your left elbow. Same thing, reach your left hip down, really square your hips off, opening up your left hip from a different angle this time. And on your next inhale, see if you can pick your left foot off the mat. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Last time here. Inhale to lift. Hold. And exhale. Lower all the way down. Inhale your left leg back to meet your right. And exhale, bring your hands underneath your shoulders here. On your next inhale, press down through your palms, rise up through tabletop, and send your hips to your heels. 2 options here for child's pose. You can take your feet, big toes touch, knees as wide as your shoulders or wider. Extended child's pose, hands reach out. This is a lengthening feeling, so you feel like you're getting longer in your sides, you're taking big expansive breaths. Traditional child's pose, your inner thighs touch and your torso drapes on top of your inner thighs. And this allows for some spinal decompression in your lumbar and thoracic spine. So take your pick, whichever one you want, choose your adventure today. Couple more breaths here. On your next inhale, if you're in traditional child's pose, float your arms up to the top of your mat, and on your inhale, rise up through tabletop, nice and slow. And exhale, find your blanket or bolster or whatever you're using for your hips, place it in the center of your mat, and make your way to sit on it. Okay. We are going to take our left foot back by our right hip and our right foot to the outside of our left knee. Now this is also very intense, so if you feel like that's just not going to work for you, you can extend your left leg out in front for this next part. The following part, you'll need it back, but we'll get there. All right, find what works for you on this side. Hips are elevated. I want you to pull your right knee into your chest with your left elbow and sit up nice and tall when you do that. Take your right thumb, Stick it into your right hip crease and push your right hip away from you, down into your support. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, keep this height, and then on your exhale, reach your right hand back behind you. If you find that the ground is now too far away because you're just sitting up so tall, yay, grab a black block, press your fingers into your block so you can sit up even taller. Big inhale, big lift. Exhale, release your twist. Grab your leg baby, knee and foot. Rock your leg baby from side to side, nice and slow. Opening up your hips. And when you're ready, we're gonna go into fire log pose. And this is what I was talking about with this foot. So for fire log, the easiest way is to take your left heel back by your right hip and then stack your right ankle on top of your left knee. For a more advanced version, you can walk your left heel out underneath so that your left heel is underneath your right knee and your right heel is on top of your left knee. Fire log pose. It's like you're stacking logs on a fire. That's what the white people call it. I don't remember what it's called in Sanskrit. Somebody will put it in the comments, I'm sure. Sit up nice and tall in your hips. Tuck your chin slightly on your inhale, and on your exhale, maybe take your right hand and gently press your left knee, your right knee, excuse me, down or away from you or closer to the mat. Opening up your right hip here. Again, to make it more spicy, you can walk your heel out more, or to make it less spicy, keep it in close to your hip. Big inhale, big lift. And exhale. Release the pose. Rock your leg baby side to side, nice and slow. That was pretty intense. And then we'll go to the other side. So now you're gonna take your right foot by your left hip, left foot by your right knee, or, right, you can extend your right knee down in front, your choice, yogi's choice. Hug your left elbow into you with your right, hug your left knee into you with your right elbow and sit up nice and tall. Left thumb in your left hip crease and push your left hip down away from you. While you sit up nice and tall, keep this height. And then on your exhale, take your right hand, left hand back behind you, reach for a block if you need to. Big twist here. For every inhale, lift through the crown of your head, and for every exhale, rotate your spine. And it's important that when we lift through the crown of the head, we're sending the equal amount of energy down into our mat through our sits bones, really creating an internal traction. Big inhale, big lift. And exhale, release your twist. Grab your leg baby, rock side to side. And when you're ready, we'll do fire log on this side. So be mindful, sides are different. You might find that this side is easier or tighter, and it might be different, and that's okay. It's okay if one side doesn't look like the other. As you create space, maybe you can inch your left foot out a little bit further underneath. That's your right foot. I'm sorry, I'm struggling with directions today. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, and on your exhale, maybe press your left knee down towards your mat with your left hand. Big inhale, big lift through the crown of your head. And exhale, release the pose. Rock your leg, baby, one more time. Nice and slow. And then we'll make our way onto our back. So you can go ahead and ditch your blanket. Center of your mat, lower all the way down onto your back, and take your feet as wide to the edges of your mat, wide edges. Hands out to the side in a T or goalpost, cactus arms, whatever you've got the room for. Take a big inhale here at the center, and on your exhale, windshield wiper your knees down to the right-hand side. Hold here. Inhale your knees back up to center, and exhale your knees down to the left-hand side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale one more time each side, knees down to the right. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, knees down to the left. And inhale back to center. Heel toe your feet back underneath your hips and stack your knees over your chest one at a time, or knees over your hips, your choice. Hands up over your shoulders, so you're in a tabletop position or dead bug position. Take a big inhale, and on your exhale, reach your right arm up by your ear and extend your left leg straight. Hover your left foot off the mat by a couple inches, same for your right arm. And draw your belly down toward the mat. The tendency here is that it puffs up like a muffin top. Pull it down, pull your spine down. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, other side. Extend your right leg, left arm. Same thing, hover, pull the belly down. And inhale, come back up to center. 2 more times each side. First side, one more time. Or no, I already said 2. We committed. Pull the belly down here. And inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, left side, right leg. Hover. Try to see if you can glue your lower back to the mat and not let it pop up. And inhale. Come back up to center. One more time each side. First side, hover. Keep breathing. Inhale, come back up to center, and exhale. Last time. Pull your belly down. And inhale. Come back up to center. Exhale, extend your legs long, hands up overhead. Allow your lower back to curl off the mat. Take a big breath through your abdominals. Really stretch them out here. And now exhale, hug your knees into your chest one at a time. Rocking side to side. Exhale your knees back to center. Inhale your arms back out to a T position or goalpost. And on your exhale, take both knees down to the right-hand side, spinal twist. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale your knees down to the left side this time. And on your next inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest and take your version of happy baby. So that could be backs of the knees, calves, ankles, or soles of the feet. Pull your knees down to either side of your torso and flatten the very tip of your tailbone down to the mat. Rock side to side. Getting your wiggles out before Shavasana. Couple more breaths here, even out your sides. And on your next exhale, bring both feet back into touch. Set them down on the mat for reclined bound angle. Hands go out to the side in a T or goalpost position. Palms face up. Relax your shoulders down towards your waist and tuck your chin slightly. Take a big inhale. And on your exhale, extend your right leg long down toward the top of your mat. Take another inhale. And on your exhale, send your left leg long down your mat. Feet splay out, palms come to rest either by your sides or you can leave them right where they are. Bring your shoulders down towards your waist and re-tuck your chin if it came out of alignment. Soften your gaze and the muscles in your face. Relax your jaw. Surrender your weight of your body to your mat and your breath as you enjoy these last few moments in Shavasana. If you'd like to stay a little longer in Shavasana, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Roll out your wrists and ankles. Inhale your arms overhead. Extend your legs long, big inhale, lower spine curls off the mat. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest one at a time. Rock side to side. And when you're ready, make your way to a comfortable seated position where we'll take one final breath together. Reach the crown of your head up towards the ceiling and tuck your chin slightly to your chest. Bring your shoulders together and drop them down toward the mat and extend your arms long by your sides. Inhale your palms up overhead to touch. Exhale, lower them down to the center of the chest and bow your head to your open heart. Thank you all for sharing your practices with me today. Be in a state of gratitude for all of the amazing things that our bodies were able to do for us. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste. Thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to smash that like button. Bye. Oh, and smash that subscribe button too. Thanks. Mwah.